Hello today, my dear viewer, and welcome back to OctoberCelebrations, where we go over the past events and occurrences found in Robux's history. Today, we'll be continuing our overview of all of Robux's Halloween events, old and new. So let's pick up where we left off with Bloxtober 2013. Now, cut me a little slack for this event, and it's quite big, and I don't have any experience or many videos to go off of, so this is gonna be pretty vague. Bloxtober 2013 was made as an RPG type game where you try to go trick-or-treating, stop an evil witch from taking over the town, and collect Bloxskins along the way, of which collecting enough Bloxskins will give you a special item. Once again, I won't be going super in-depth, as doing so will make this an hour long. Well, with that in mind, let's go. The gameplay will have you trick-or-treating with your companion animal, as you will either get a chest with a random item inside, or an encounter with two spooky animals that when you kill them, give you an item, which you can level up, upgrade your shit, and do the same thing all over again. A major point of the game is getting quests and finding stuff for them, which on paper sounds cool, but there are two problems. One, the quests are all the same, just get a quest from a guy, get enough of a thing, give it to them, then do it again until you satisfy them enough. 2. The map is really big, like 20,000 by 20,000 studs big. That is 400 million studs! Put that in perspective, the United States population at the time of writing is 329.5 million. This Roblox event map has more studs than there are citizens of the United States. And if you have no sprint, that I know of, you're forced to walk all across this huge map to get to one guy. The building isn't very noteworthy, looking more like a free model than anything else, at least to the players at the time, which back then would have been more acceptable. However, this is 2013. Roblox wasn't just squares anymore. There were some major improvements in building overall, so this would be disappointing. Though, I wouldn't imagine loading all these houses in this giant, no, gargantuan map would be giving people's computers and phones a hard time. So it's at least excusable. The prizes themselves were all the same thing, being just shoulder pets, otherwise known as Bloxskins, which having the main prizes being the same thing in any scenario is never really good, so it was understandable that people were outraged. However, there were some legitimate items here. These are the checkered bow tie, the Spookaween hat, the amethyst vampire collar, the bat phones, the no-wire railing skull, the purple inferno pumpkin, the cloak of the living dead, and the orange banded top hat, for getting 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and 31 Bloxskins respectively. There was also a Halloween gift sale with some neat items that were released for every day for 13 days, but I feel if I went over them for all these events, this video would be way too long. Probably could make a video about that later down the line. Overall, Bloxtober 2013 was one of the events of all time, to say the least. It was quite controversial, and as many users felt like the game was too big, too repetitive, and overall too boring. Looking at this now, I can see this was quite overambitious for the time. Even now it seems quite shocking. You want 31 quests, a 400 million stud map, an entire level up system, tons of outfits, items, and pets, all this in one game? Yeah, you're not getting your dream event, bud. Now that that's over, let's talk about the next Bloxtober event. Once again, this event had 13 gifts that gave certain items a certain time after they were bought, with a game to accompany it. So let's just get down to business. The gameplay this time around was more well received, having you knock the teeth out of the not so sweet tooth monsters looking to destroy your cauldron. That is important because, whatever. These events don't need to make any sense to be good. All that matters is that there are monsters that you need to protect from your cauldron for a long enough time, with 4 of each kind of monster you need to knock down to get a badge, and some sweet prizes. You also had some rare monsters that are harder to defeat, from what I could find. There was even a special monster named Dawnzilla that will be the focus of a round every once in a while, as the only monster for that round, for his sponsor, Curry Buckets, in which you need to fire an eraser cannon at them in order to last long enough time and win a prize. Heh. Remember when Roblox cared even the slightest about making sponsored segments not the main focus, or even good? That seems to be all for the gameplay I could find. The building here is mostly just mapped from iconic Roblox themes, like natural disaster survival, working at a pizza place, and the haunted mansion, and as such just kinda goes with a much simpler art style. This isn't a bad thing, however it's a little underwhelming. One thing that I found cool though was the atmosphere, which is a little dark with the moonlight to guide you, and the cauldron being a bright glowing light in the center. It's a nice and pleasing look, even if not great. I imagine it'd be pleasing to the eyes of a kid when it's dark outside on a late October night. Now, the prizes were definitely better than Shoulder Friends, but they aren't the greatest, and look kinda like discount items, aside from the mummies, ghosts, and Lord Umberharrow's prizes. Even then, they're mostly just reskins. Speaking of which, we got the Crystal Skull to defeat skeletons, the Construction Zombie, the Werewolf Psycho, the Frankencheese, the Ghost Door, the Wizard Lizard, the Royal Serpent Mummy, the King of Flats, Umberharrow the Extinguished, Obvious Troll, and Macho Taco. Once again, these aren't very good, but they aren't too bad either, just kinda mid. Now, for the public's reaction, well, they seem to like it a little bit more. Especially the prizes, Stockholm Syndrome. But some felt the sponsorship segment was forced and poorly executed. Oh, these poor souls had no idea what was coming. But overall, the event had mixed reactions, but it was seen as better than 2014's Bloxtober, so there's that. Bloxtober 2015 was a sponsored event, with Nerf sponsoring. Roblox decided that this year, they should throw everything they've been doing for the past 7 years out the window in favor of Nerf. Because, well, it's fucking Nerf. However, there were gifts to buy, so at least they kept some tradition. Alright, let's get these over with. Starting with the Nerf bandana and work at a pizza place. Gotta find it somewhere. Where? Somewhere. That's it. There's literally nothing. What were they thinking? Those dumb fucks. The Nerf chest armor and Ripple mini games. Ah, yeah. You gotta find it. Wait, what? Again? Just find it. Oh boy, how fun. Nerf tactical vest and zombie Halloween strike. It's just find it somewhere, isn't it? Oh. Don't you have to do something? What is it? You shoot a zombie with a vest, of course. Why not? At least it's something. For building, I can't judge the first 2 games, as they were entirely separate from the event, just chosen by Roblox to be the games. So about the third game. For 2015, I'd say it's pretty standard. Not much, but at least it's something. I'm not sugarcoating this anymore. This is just pathetic. It's a nothing event. I mean, who would want to wear these items willingly? It's just for you to become a walking billboard with no gameplay. Nope. Just find the thing or shoot the zombie and you win. Nothing more, nothing less. So the only way to go is up, right? This one had quite a bit more going for it. It took the failures of 2015's Bloxtober and decided to make some much needed adjustments. The first part was actually a countdown with clues for users to find the games for. Those set clues were easy to figure out, with such clues as time to show off your style. You're going to need to bust out your spooky design skills and place in the top 3 in this fashion-focused game's new holiday category. However, it was nice that they got the community to find their cake before they eat it, which was something not done before and would have been exercised a few years later down the line. You got free Nerf items and actually free wearable items. So let's speedrun real quick. To get the pumpkin shoulder friend, one would need to place in the top 3 and design its Halloween category. Not too hard, but sounds a little time consuming. The item itself is also a little generic, but not too shabby. The Nerf cape requires you to find 2 items in the round as a secret in Block Zone, which is easy. This item's like stick, just a blue cape with a Nerf logo. To get this pumpkin launcher, you need to sell 2050 candies in retail tycoon, which would be cool if we weren't in the gear. Nerf top hat is an item obtained from catching 150 Meep City. Once again, baby easy, but the item itself isn't too bad. The color scheme works to an extent, and it's quite classy. However, the big dumb Nerf logo makes it look goofy as hell, so it's less valuable. You need to collect 20 candies and Super Bomb Spiral to get the spider cap. Item's generic, but still works well with its colors. The Nerf Candy Basket is gained from reaching 100% dollar in Dinosaur Simulator. It's not as easy as the others, but it doesn't sound too bad. The item is also pretty neat. It's not great, but it doesn't have a Nerf logo, so that's good. One thing holding it back is that it's a gear. Like, come on, Roblox, this would be the perfect new having you make it a gear. Phew. Anyways, these are pretty easy, but not the worst stuff ever. So there's that. But wait, what about the countdown? What happens when it's up? I hear you cry. Well, I got the answer. Nerf event. Again, yes, 3 games, 2 prizes in each. Which any Roblox veteran should get super excited from hearing. So let's just get this over with. To get the nerfed zombie mask in the Hallows Eve gamer classes, one would need to survive a Hallows Eve round and get 10 bots with his brain solving and tree stack. Not too hard, and hey, get some ugly hack for your efforts. Yay! In Flood Escape, you have to escape a special map, and be the first to escape said special map with your brain saw, which is as hard as it sounds. Get some garbage zombie nerf hats. Yay. In Bloxtober, you have to find the pumpkin to clear 5 ways of zombie survival minigame to win a key in a cool looking vampire fast. Yay, I think. Oh yeah, I guess there's some free nerf items to get from the shop, and they're not important. This event is underwhelming, but significantly less garbage than 2015's, as it actually adds some entertainment value and challenge. And the building for the original game was nice, so there's that. Overall, not a pile of dog shit, just a little dog shit. So, good on them, I guess. At least we got some cool, never-seen before concepts on Roblox for events. So that's good. We said that all there needs to be, so let's go to one of our last stops in this two-parter, shall we? Being another developer event, Nightmare Before Bloxtober was a precursor to Hallows Eve 2017, and had free games with 2 prizes in each. Again. Let's step it up and get this done. And whatever floats your boat, you could obtain the Loki cell by flying up 5,000 studs choosing some werewolf crates in special game mode, with the previously mentioned crisp and cool helm, which actually looks pretty sick. Even as a sponsored item, there's also the extremely ugly Guise of the Moon, which is obtained from going down river with obstacles and laying a giant wolf to rest for your firing squad. Overall, not too bad. And before the Dawn Redux, one would need to win the special map to get some goofy ass Guise of the Night hat, and win another special map to gain Hulk's helmet, which once again ain't that bad. In Assassin, all you have to do is hunt down and kill 8 monsters for the ugly Guise of the Sand, and crack the zombie bay with 3 items around the map for another cool looking item, for his helmet. For getting every prize, you get Cork's Mask, which you can throw into the garbage the second you got it. Along with some free items, this was all the event had. Overall, just a cute little warm-up round for... Being another dev event with Nerf as a sponsor? Seriously, when will they learn their players don't care about brands, for fuck's sake? Hallows Eve 2017 has free games for 2 prizes each, and a grand prize like the precursor event, so let's pick up the pace! All you gotta do in the Azer Mines is get some ores and then get a cool looking pair of cool shoulder pads, an ugly scarf with a Nerf logo on it. When they learn slapping a logo on something just makes the item worse. In Bloxtober, all one has to do is basically just win on a Halloween map. That's it. Very innovative, I know. In return, you'll get a ghostly pirate hat, and another ugly sweater, hat. With that out of the way, let's talk about the main event. This game has a big map with an entire town to trick or treat in, a nice lobby, which they really didn't have to add, but I guess they did anyway, which is always nice. And the main mare to explore and get prizes in, built by EBR. The guy behind the Egg Hunt 2017, this is quite a nice looking event place, so I'll give the map, it really does hold up for today. Oh yeah, the gameplay has you going through a maze in a manner to find portals, to get into dungeons which serve as the main worlds, which mainly involve going to NPCs to do quests to fetch them stuff. It's pretty lame sometimes, but you gotta need to walk a while to get the thing, then go back and complete said quest. However, there are some cool ideas, like doing an obstacle course, sneaking past ghosts, clearing a haunted mansion, and other fun stuff to progress in the story. There was also a shady nerf section where you shoot zombies, but overall that's kinda it. For the final boss, you have to fight a mad scientist in his creation, by powering down some generators, then running through a lobby to escape said creation. That's all the different dungeons you beat so far, and finally getting out of there. Prizes you get though are a little different, in gameplay at least. Because there's only 2, the only things to do are complete all the quests in Dungeon 2 for a very badass crown, and beat the final boss for another ugly Nerf gun. Yay, I guess. Overall, this event was actually quite fast and snappy, most likely due to the whole having 2 events thing, so I can't blame the poor quality on that too much, but it was still lacking in some compartments, mostly the other 2 games. But EBR did a really good job, so it seems we only have 2 left, at the time of writing at least, so let's start preparing to wrap things up, shall we? For this event, you have to go for 10 different games to get every prize, and solve a big conspiracy. Conspiracy? Okay, sorry. Or something. The lobby, and yes, there's finally a lobby this time, is really good. It's super well built, that's for sure. With rides, a nice carnival aesthetic, and overall a lot of time with effort was put into this lobby. You can really tell they went all out. So surely the gameplay would be just as nice, right? Okay, I'm just gonna be blunt. 7 out of the 10 games you literally just join and get a prize. That's right, they just clickbait you into getting a shitty item. Yay! Well, at least there's 3 games left, so let's talk about those now. In these 3 games, there are 2 prizes to win. Roblox, why do you keep doing this to your players? Well, first up is Darkenmore. Let's go. Basically, all you gotta do is defeat a boss after surviving 3 waves, and find some guy to get some random things to get a skeleton mask and a wand. Yay! In escape room, you have to escape an escape room. Wow, really? That actually provides some challenge, and you go through a bunch of maps to capture some platypus thing. Okay, for your efforts, you get a cool ghost and said stupid platypus. Once again, not very interesting. Finally, in Robloxian high school, all you have to do is an annoying maze filled with one-shot monsters that you have no time to react to, well, get to the middle of the maze and collect 5 magical beasts around the map. Again, an ugly cat head and a stupid plant. Yay! If you got all these ugly artifacts, congrats! You would have received a dumb case. Okay? Okay, I'm just gonna be blunt. I'm really sorry for all the cynicism I had in these last few events. It's just that I really dislike Roblox's old repetitive event style from back then, and it's been giving me PTSD. Don't take me as this hating all those people who made said events. I salute those who had to work for Roblox to make this happen. It's just, I can't ignore the poor quality. But hey, we can at least appreciate the good events from this series, so that's good. And that should be the end, finally. As in 2019, Roblox would can most events. Yay! Oh yeah, there's actually one more stop, so let's make this quick. This was a modern Roblox event, so I'll let you guess on what it was. I'll wait. No, seriously, I'll wait. Well, my dear viewer, if you guess selling random hats, promoting games with no incentives to join in, and sponsorships, then you are goddamn right. Because that's a current state of events now. Yippee! Now, there was supposed to be an actual event, but due to Roblox completely combusting on itself, it got delayed to this year. So by the time this video is out, Roblox may have announced the event. Hey, at least we got something to look forward to. And with a dev event, having a bunch more time is always appreciated. It means it's not going to be as shit, though I don't expect the developers in question to really work on it a ton more. But hey, it's something. So, with that out of the way, let's finally clear this 2-parter. Overall, Roblox's Halloween events were a blast from the past that got more scuffed each year. Like most things in the platform's history, they are now just nostalgic memories for us to circle jerk about on this crisp October afternoon, or whenever you're watching this. I hope you enjoyed me going over these classics. You may have learned something new from these videos, which, hey, that's great. Good for you, my dear viewer. Now, don't expect another long video like this for the next few weeks, as it took a while to make, so I hope you're fine with shorter videos, but you probably are if you lasted this long into the series. Have a good day, my dear viewer, and tune in tomorrow for more October's celebrations!